Hello. I'm Chelsey.
And I'm Sammy, and this is
Deepish.
Hi, you guys.
Hi.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. And we got our treats with us.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if you guys can.
Chelsea's munching on some.
What would you guess that is? Lots of round.
Did you think they could hear that it was round?
What does this sound like to you? Like lots, no?
I would think like peanut M&Ms.
Oh, that's such a good guess. No. What are those called?
Brookside.
But also, they're the blueberry?
Yeah, they were on sale at Costco.
Oh, the
I usually do
pomegranate.
the pomegranate, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But the best ever. I wonder if this is a universal thing. Do you ever suck on them? And then you get down to the fruit, but it's 2 pieces of fruit in it. It's like halved. Have you ever done that?
No.
Okay, next time, suck on it till it's down and then see if it's 2 pieces.
Okay.
Because most people aren't patient enough. You just chomp on them.
Well, that specific chocolate isn't a sucky kind of chocolate.
I know, so you got to be very
Like, it has
patient.
a hard shell. So it's not as satisfying to suck on as far as a little bar of Dove chocolate. Like, that's a sucking chocolate.
Totally. Once you get past that hard coating, then it starts melting and then you get down to it. But I would always almost get down to it and then I'd bite it and then it is in 2 pieces. Please, someone tell me I'm not alone. Please. Thank you.
If you suck on Brookside chocolates too, chime in.
Okay, what are we talking about today?
We are back at you with another listener submission. And the prompt is, have you ever had a gut feeling you listened to or ignored and it changed everything?
These were so good.
I know, such an interesting thing to talk about because we all have it. And the gut feeling thing is so weird.
And it's very universal. We all have had that gut feeling. Most of the time it's like, I don't know what would have happened. And what I loved is some were spooky, some were funny, some were just like thoughtful and warm and fuzzy. We got a very broad spectrum and that's what I liked.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I know, but my question for you before we read these is, how do you yourself decipher a gut feeling and an intrusive thought?
Oh, I have a really hard time with this. I feel like I need to be more mindful and really decipher. I've always had a hard time with this. Because I'm like, is it
Define this.
a gut feeling? Because I'm like, is it the spirit or is it just anxiety?
That is so true. Because as I was reading these, I want to know the psychology. If you grew up religiously, especially with the still small voice, you know, how does that alter your brain chemistry to think that it's your gut? Like, if we don't say a prayer before we hit the road, are we going to get in a car accident? Or is that superstition? Or is that a fear that's creeping in and then you're saying it's your gut feeling to not get in the car and drive?
I think a lot of these gut feelings I could very much exchange with the word the spirit. It's like, oh, the spirit told me this.
Yes, because we're so used to living in a world where the spirit is talking to you and you have to listen to it.
Exactly.
So do you think growing up religiously, how do you feel like that affects your gut feeling and your intuition?
I think that's why it's kind of broken right now. Because I think for so long I was like, oh, the spirit. But even looking back on the quote unquote spirit, in my case, this is not the case for everyone. I think my anxiety was the spirit a lot of the time. So whether I did something or didn't do something, I can classify that.
Like when you're sitting in sacrament meeting and it's testimony meeting and you're getting that anxiety.
And then you bear your testimony and then it's released and you're like, oh, the spirit really
Like
pushed
the spirit
me
was
to
like telling me like I felt sick to my stomach. Was that just like nerves because you're feeling guilty if you don't go up?
And then after, but it's like I get that same feeling if I'm like giving a presentation in class. You know what I mean? But then afterwards it's relief.
Yes.
Because you did it. You know, but also a lot of those OCD tendencies of like prayer, I would say was more anxiety based, where it's like, we have to say a prayer before this event or we have to do this. But also I think that it's a beautiful thing that someone, whether it's your gut or the spirit or whatever it is, you can honor something. And if anything, it's more of being in tune with yourself and what your true desires are. And I think that that's pretty beautiful. I think right now mine is kind of broken where I'm like, what is my gut? But I think there's moments where I can really tap into that and I'm like, what is my gut saying? But I do doubt it.
Yeah.
Do you feel similar? Or do you feel like you have very good gut instincts?
It's interesting because I haven't had to make a lot of big decisions lately. I don't know. Maybe I have. But it's so hard because when you're making those big decisions, it's like, what do you rely on? Your gut or
Logic?
or logic? Because one question I had was, if your gut is telling you to quit your job, do you quit your job and rule out all logic? Does that actually make sense? Is it actually your gut, or do you just hate your job? You know?
And I think a lot of these submissions, for instance, they have a result. I listened to my gut and then something bad happened or something good happened. But a lot of the time, your gut doesn't always have an answer at the other end. It's like you just have to trust.
There's no conclusion.
Yeah.
It's like, I decided not to quit my job. I stayed at this job and I'm fine. But what if I would have quit? Would all of my dreams come true?
Exactly.
Who knows?
Exactly.
We'll get into all of these submissions. But okay, so let's say you're getting a bad vibe about something, like, oh, something's wrong with this car, something's wrong with this plane, I'm going to get off. Where does fear come in?
I think a lot of it does have to do with fear mongering and all the stories you've heard. And then say you get off the plane and then that plane crashes. It's like, see, was your gut right, or was your fear what is guiding the ship?
It becomes so profound when that plane does crash, but when the plane lands safely and everyone else went on the vacation and you didn't because your gut was telling you not to, was there another reason why I needed to stay here? Or was there another? You think of all of those things, but when there is no conclusion of that, it makes you question your gut a little bit.
Totally. But then you never know. Something could have happened. It might not have been the flight, but what if you got there and something happened?
Is that a real thing, or was that just a religious upbringing?
I think a lot of these submissions, no one says this spirit. It's very gut instincts, and a lot of these do have conclusions. And so it's like, oh, my gut was right, or my gut was wrong. This is very pleasing, but majority of those gut feelings, it's like you never know.
I guess I just used to be more superstitious as a kid. Exactly that, of like, oh, well, it wasn't meant to be, and I got rejected from this because rejection's God's direction and all these things. And I don't really tune into that much anymore. I'm just like, what happens will happen. And I'm not as much like, well, what if I would have done this? Or is he trying to tell me this?
Maybe even that sentiment of letting go and easing up is your gut telling you to relax.
Like, it's going to be fine.
Yeah. So that could be a way of looking at it as well. Where your gut is just getting stronger and you're not so scared about things. Things genuinely work out, and even if they don't work out, I'll be able to overcome.
Well, we've talked about this on the podcast before about that gut feeling I had about my mom. So for who don't know, we've talked about this before, but I had this really strong feeling that something bad was going to happen to my mom on this night a couple weeks before she went to the hospital. She ends up going home. I'm like, call me when you get home. I'm scared you're going to get in a car accident or something. She gets home, she's totally fine. Then 3 weeks later, she dies. And that's like a premonition, right?
That's more premonition.
That's different than the gut feeling. But what do you think that is? If you had to give your best guess at explaining that away, what would you say?
That in itself, it's hard for me because I don't think you had those thoughts very often. Like, I think your fear was very like, something's going to happen to someone I love.
Yeah.
But I feel like that specific scenario was you had a feeling in that moment and it was your mom and you were so scared. That's weird. That's not normal.
Yeah.
Of how you typically were.
No, I wasn't like every time I left my mom, like, oh my gosh, be safe. Moms feel indestructible. But that's what I'm saying. That's a premonition. That could have been a gut feeling that I tried to follow through on, but
maybe
didn't.
It's a weird spiritual thing of the universe's way of being like, you love your mom, give her that last bit of honor and acknowledge your mom. Is your mom, you know? I don't know. I think in that moment you realize how much, obviously you always would have, but I think in that moment you're like, I want to cry. I love you so much. And you mean so much to me. Maybe it was a moment before, like the calm before the storm of just, she's here. She is safe right now. I love you. But it also, that's sick.
It's like a whisper. But
would you have changed anything though? In that moment, knowing the outcome of what happened to your mom, there really wasn't anything.
Yeah, it was almost like a glitch in the matrix, or a peek behind the curtain of like, oh no, something's going to happen to her type thing. And this is how it's going to be. You and your family are walking to the car without her, and life without mom feels so sad. That's a thought that I never had, but then it came to fruition.
Do you think about that instance a lot?
Like all the time.
If you're with your family and you guys are out at a restaurant and walking back to the car, like, my mom's not here. This is such...
Well, it's so weird because yes, I do. But I also think back to when that happened, when the thought entered my mind, my stomach dropped and I felt this zing of pain, just this overwhelming blanket of sadness. And that is the exact feeling of grief. Like, I feel that now.
Do you
where
feel
it's
that
like the
all the-
empty chair at the table or the whatever. I don't feel that all the time. But it was literally a little transplant of this feeling in a moment that went away because she was still there. But then when it came back, I was like, I felt this before. And then it brought me back to that time. That feels more like intuition or
something
I'm
supernatural.
Really, yeah, like tapped into my future and my past and my present. And there was literally a glitch in the Matrix or something.
Yeah.
Or a glitch in the Truman Show that I'm in because something was off.
I have chills right now in such a sad way because it's obviously devastating, but also what a weird, interesting experience.
But if someone were to tell me about that experience, I would be like, oh, that's more of a fear versus a gut feeling because you're just scared you're going to lose your mom because she made it home safe. She was fine, you know, because that conclusion happened. And then I was like, okay, I can shake off that gut feeling, right? But so many people don't have that. And so it is interesting because it was one of those scenarios where I'm like, oh, I do have those experiences. Do you have any of your own personal experiences where you've had a gut feeling and you followed it or you didn't?
I was trying to think of them. But again, I feel like that intuition is, I'm trying to I shouldn't say broken. I'm trying to rediscover that gut instinct, being very aware of how I truly feel because I'm not trusting it very much. So in the past, I for sure have had little things where it's like, oh, that was such a spiritual experience, or I was meant to be friends with this person because of this or that or whatever it is. But some things are starting to unravel a little bit where if that's not true, then was that just fear or was that just anxiety or was that just a coincidence? But that's also sad. Maybe I should give it more meaning.
Do you feel like we were more intuitive with our guts when we were younger or now that we're older?
Younger for sure. Because I think you're just more reactive in the best way as a little kid. You just do what you feel. And so if you're scared, you're going to be scared and go the other way. Yeah. Or if you're excited, you're going to lean into that decision.
Because I'm thinking about mother's intuition, right? Like mother's intuition is so strong and I want you to speak on that. But it's kind of crazy. I feel like mother's intuition is so strong when your kids are babies and when they're first born, you know what they need. Like get to know them on such a nuclear level that you understand what cry and what they actually need. Like mother knows best, right? But then as their kids get into teenagers, you're like, I'm lost and confused and I don't know what they want and I don't know how to help them. It's like the world almost wears you down as you get older and gets in the way of that gut feeling. And same thing with a mother's intuition.
Oh, yeah. I think on any level, we all know what we truly want or what we're truly feeling. It just takes a lot of effort and practice and to be still with yourself and really know yourself very well. And for me, I haven't nurtured that relationship with myself lately. But as far as mother's intuition, I have it very strong.
So tell me what is it? How does it feel? Is it like a still small voice or like
No, I feel like especially when they're babies, yeah, you just kind of know what they need.
So Lennox comes home from the hospital. You don't know him at all at this point, right? Obviously, you're so connected to him because he was inside of you and everything, but you don't understand when he's colicky or when he's hungry, this is how he cries. Is it just the thought that comes to your mind?
Well, I think especially with your first, it's more of a learning process, but I feel like a mother, you have this mama bear instinct right away where it's like even if you don't know what's wrong, you will figure it out. You will do it until you figure it out and then you learn very quickly versus, and this probably isn't the case for everyone, but husbands, it's more of a longer process.
And it just comes so naturally.
Yeah, I think it's a natural instinct to want to figure out the problem and then you're like, oh no, they like to be swaddled this way. But that's more
trial and error.
Yes, but it's almost like I'm going to try it this way because it's a feeling that I have.
The idea just comes to you.
Yeah.
And
then that
like
works. Or they like to be held a certain way. But again, it becomes you learn your baby and then the instincts follow. But that's probably yourself too. If you learn yourself and you're curious and you have that really strong desire to figure out the problem.
But what's interesting, this is so dumb, but my job, I work basically over this specific software, right? Where I build stuff, I fix stuff, I whatever. And the more I get into my career, the more I can like smell it a mile away where I'm like, oh, this didn't work for them. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go back to the business process and check this because last time that's what happened. And so I can problem solve really fast and I can know what problems cause what problems type thing. So it's almost like, is there mother intuition, or is it just that you learn and you try things and they work and they don't, and then you're able to become more natural with it?
I think it's probably logistically more that.
Like a mix of both.
Yeah, but on a spiritual and cellular level, they are you. Mm-hmm. And you did create that and you did grow that in your freaking body. So there is that.
Not love and care and energy and connection feeds so much more into it too.
Yeah.
Where it's not just like, oh yeah, I know that they're hungry. ABC, check. It's like, no, you are way more in tune with them.
Yeah. And I just think of my older kids. Now with Lennox being 7, he can tell me I'm hungry or I need to go to the bathroom or this or that. But it's more of an emotional thing where if I notice he's a little off, I can clock it. Like, buddy, what's going on? What are you feeling? And that's a mother intuition.
If you're not being like yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know him so well.
Or is that just you getting to know his behaviors?
Well,
I'm such a cynic. I'm like, well, none of this is real.
Well, yes.
Yes, it is. But also just an intuition, like a feeling.
But I'm having this weird epiphany where it's like, I love my kids and I'm so curious about them. And I'm way more tapped into my gut feeling when it comes to them. Because it's like, I only want them to be happy, healthy, safe. Fear definitely plays a huge role in that, and intrusive thoughts. But if I was to feel that same way about my inner child and myself and like learning and being curious and trial and error, I feel like that gut instinct would be more strong.
Yeah, I think you can strengthen that through self-care.
But again, do you have strong gut instincts?
I don't know.
Yeah. But I feel like there's some people that are like, oh no, like my gut is never wrong. Like my gut. And you're just like, okay.
No. But besides your kids, when do you ever flex the gut muscle? Like, when do you use your gut? I guess
it's so hard because I think about like your logic and not wanting to be embarrassed, not wanting people to feel bad, not wanting to look like a fool. All of these things come into play and block your gut reaction. I had mentioned this story on the podcast previously, but I was at the dollar store and that guy followed me to my car and started chasing me. And I didn't start running till I was almost in my car because I was like, I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to make him feel bad. He's probably not chasing. It's like, hello, your gut is saying this sketchy guy is following you. Yeah. Run to your car.
But it was probably because you couldn't decipher the difference between fear, judgment, and the reality of what your gut was saying. Because anytime you're in a parking garage or anytime you're alone with a stranger, you're like, oh my gosh, he's going to freaking kidnap me. And that's not always the case, right?
But then this guy literally ran to my car and I got him the driver's side and he grabbed the passenger door and tried to open it. He was trying to get me or whatever he was doing. But I clocked him when I was walking into the dollar store and I was like, that guy's sketchy. But I was like, you're being judgmental. Stop. And then when I left, it's like you undo.
Yeah. You try to
rationalize and
it.
be PC and try not to. But also in those moments, I should have been like, no, you are sketchy and scaring me. And I'm going to be more alert and aware. And if I have to run to my car and make you feel bad and make me look stupid, then so be it. Because my gut is telling me something's off.
Mm-hmm. And that's another example of you wish you would have followed your gut.
Yes.
But I think too, another time that the gut comes into play is, let's say you're with Brandon or a friendship where you're like, are we good? Like, is something off? You can feel something's off, but is that because same thing like fear or you got your feelings hurt? You know what I mean? Like, you feel like you can read those things accurately.
When it comes to Brandon, no. Because usually
Plot twist. I thought you were going to say yes.
Usually when it comes to Brandon, I'm always like, are you mad at me? And he's like, I'm literally just watching TV. No, I'm not mad at you.
Even that's probably the fear, right? Or like or anxious attachment or something.
Yeah. Or I'm just like, hello, are you mad? I can never tell how he's feeling. Because if he's happy, mad, pissed, he acts the same way.
Yeah.
Just reserved. So he could be sitting there pissed at me or sitting there be perfectly fine and he's going to act the exact same way. So I'm always like, what are you feeling? That's with Brandon, but friendships and people in general, I feel like I'm very sensitive to how people are feeling, especially if they're off. I'm very good at picking up, I would say. Would you say or no?
Is that why you're always like, what's your mood?
Yes. Like, what's your...
That's a feeler for, I'm sensing something. What is it?
Yeah. And it could be good. It could be like, I'm totally fine.
Yes. I feel like a lot of times you are right. But I feel like a lot of times, like, my personality is like Brandon too, where I'll literally just be like going about my day and you're like, what's your
wrong?
mood? What's wrong?
Yeah,
Are you mad? I'm like,
learning...
I'm literally just living.
I think I'm learning that a little bit more about you lately.
But I also think there are times where I can shut down or I'm getting snappy or you can tell I'm not good or the energy's not good. But then I do get triggered when people are like,
are you... Oh, yeah. Like, you're like, you hate...
That makes me feel uncomfortable by you asking me that because it makes me feel like I'm not doing enough, you know?
For sure.
So I always get sensitive when people ask me like,
yeah, and I think...
Are you okay? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine. Not anymore now that you asked.
That's Brandon. Because I tend to ask too many times. And then he's like... I'm fine. I'm literally, but now I'm mad because you're bugging me.
Yeah.
But the thing is, too, is he's also not fine. Like, especially if he's mad at me and he's like, we're good. I'm like, no, tell me. And he's like, good. And then finally, the 10th time, he's like, okay, well, actually, earlier you did this and I'm mad. And it's like, see?
Yeah.
I'm right.
It pays off to keep digging.
Yeah. And that's the thing with you, too.
Yeah. Usually there's probably something wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm acting weird.
That's what I'm saying. Where maybe on the surface, you or Brandon are trying to just be like fine and bury it a little bit.
Because not every time's a good time to talk about our feelings.
Yes,
like,
but
let's just get through this day.
But I have a very hard time with that. I have a very hard time with just being like, let's just swallow and sleep on it and tomorrow we'll be fine. I'm like, no. We got to pick this scab until it's oozing.
You're like Taylor Swift. You never leave well enough alone.
Oh, yep. And Brandon, he just needs to sleep on it. But he knows the longer time I have to process something, I will be 10 times more pissed. And then he's 10 times less angry and upset. So when he finally comes to me, I'm like, now I'm mad.
Yeah, and then you bounce it back and forth.
Yeah, but I'm usually right. And then I would say probably 10% of the time or 15% of the time, he really is totally fine or you're totally fine. And I'm misreading the energy.
Okay, last question before we get into it. So let's say something has a bad vibe. Okay. Like you walk into a store, a bad vibe, or get on a plane, bad vibe, whatever. I don't know. Bad vibes, right? That's a gut feeling, right? Where you're like, oh, something does not feel right. So do you think that the gut feeling is all energy, like good and bad energy? Do you think that's all just like energy that we're feeling in our guts or our intuition?
Yeah, probably. I don't know because I am more of a proponent of energy versus anything else. It's all...
Yeah, you're team energy.
I'm team energy. But, okay, sorry, one other thing. Me and Brandon, when we were house hunting, the houses had energies, and I remember we found this perfect house. It was split level. There was a mother-in-law suite in the basement. We're like, we could rent out the basement. We could live in the top. And we were going to see it for the final last time. We were about to put in an offer, the whole thing. We go to look at it, and I got the worst feeling. Overwhelming. I was like, I want to cry right now. I can't do this. I can't live here. I have the worst feeling.
Did Brandon have the same feeling?
No, he was like, babe, I don't know what this is. What's going on? Calm down. And I was like, no, this house is a no for me. So that's another very strong, like, no. And there was no answer. There was no bodies buried in the walls that I know of. But that was a big fat no. I could probably think more of those big, like, no's.
I feel like those a lot of times come when making big decisions. But maybe that's because we're looking into our gut and into our intuition for answers, where maybe we need to do that more on a smaller level.
Yeah, but can you think of any other big gut? This is so fun. Or do you think people are like, shut up and tell us the submissions?
We're just teasing, like, just wait till the end. No. There's a lot of times, I think that there'll probably be someone shining a light on this in the submissions, but there's a lot of times where you kind of know you shouldn't do something, but you do it anyways because you want to.
Yeah.
But then, like, when the consequence comes, you're like, I probably shouldn't have done that.
Yep. Like picking your face, literally. Such a small example where it's like, I shouldn't be picking at my face. And then it's like, oh.
And you know why. But there was a lot of guys I dated where I knew something was off from the beginning, but I was like, I want to just la 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 and enjoy this and see how far down the road I can take this. And then once I have to turn back around, I'm like, yeah, makes sense. I kind of knew this would happen.
Yeah.
No regrets, but Just stuff like that where I'm like, yeah, my gut feeling's off, or my gut is like ding ding ding, like little
But you don't
moments like
listen to it.
I find myself doing that a lot with small things. Like as small as grab a protein shake before you leave. Like, and then I'm like, no, I don't want to go back in because I'm like, oh, I should go grab one. I'm pulling out of the driveway. My gut's telling me to grab a protein shake. I'm like, no, it's fine. Close my garage, hit the road, whatever. And then my boss said he was going to take me to lunch and then didn't. Like something happens where I'm like, I could really freaking use that protein shake right now. It was a little voice that was like, grab a protein shake. But it's like something so small that I'm like, did I know this was going to happen? Or was it just grab one just in case? Why was I telling myself to do that today?
But I think you have to listen to those little things. And then if you would have grabbed a protein shake, you would have been like, oh, yes. Or it's like those times where you're running out the house and you're like, oh my gosh, should I leave the curling iron on? No, I definitely didn't. Then you go and double check and you did. But 9 times out of 10, you go check and it's always turned off.
Always.
But the one time it's like, oh, this is a real thing.
I want to know if anyone's ever had their house catch fire because their curling iron was left on.
Let us know.
I'm sure that's happened, but anyone that we know, please let us know. Because I'm like, okay, worst case, my straightener's on my counter. Like it burns a little thing into my counter. Okay, anyways, enough of me picking your brain. Blah, blah, blah. This is probably better than the submission. Sorry, guys.
Okay, do you want to go first or do you want me to go?
You can go first.
Okay, I booked a solo getaway to clear my head. It looked cute online, great reviews, nothing sketchy. But the moment I walked in, I got chills. The place smelled like stale water and cleaning chemicals. The walls were bare, no curtains on any of the windows. One room had nothing but a single plastic chair. I was already on edge, but I told myself I was being dramatic. I tried to sleep, but I barely closed my eyes all night. The next morning, I was packing up and I noticed something weird about the alarm clock on the nightstand. It didn't work, but it was warm. I picked it up and realized there was a hidden camera lens embedded in it. I left immediately, reported it to Airbnb, and never looked back. To this day, I still check clocks and smoke detectors in every Airbnb I book.
Oh my gosh, that's my worst nightmare.
Oh, but that kind of crap happens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like these cameras.
I know. It's so hard because you want to be mindful of those things, but also are you just going to ruin every single vacation thinking someone's watching you?
But my question is, even this person saying I still check it every time, I'm like, would it be better to not know? Or would it be better?
In this scenario, it would be better to know because then you could check out.
Yes. In this scenario, but it's like,
does it better to know before I undress or after?
Once worst case scenario happens, does it ruin it for all the future? Or do you feel?
Unfortunately, yeah, probably. Yeah. And makes you more mindful of it so you could catch it in the future. But that's what's so hard is if it was like check here, here, and here, and then you're good. But they could probably hide them in so many places.
Oh my gosh, I know. It's freaky.
It is freaky. I'm sorry that happened to you.
I know. Are you a big Airbnb stayer? I feel like you're not. No. You're like a hotel.
No, unless it's like a big house with all the people I love, which has never happened. It's just a dream.
It's a pipe dream at this point. I know.
There's a cabin somewhere that would love to be rented by me.
Oh my gosh, speaking of cabin rentals, did you see there's this girl on Instagram called like Mama Cabins or something like that? She has a ton of followers and she's just this girl who owns a bunch of cabin Airbnbs. Taylor Swift DM'd her.
This was probably AI.
No.
I think it was. Let me guess. She DM'd her to ask if she could have her wedding there.
No. She was like, I just got engaged, but before the craziness, me and my fiance would love a place to come get away. We've heard amazing things about your cabins. Do you have any availabilities? It would be one thing if it was someone that had 2,000 followers, but she has, I swear, 500,000 followers. So she's well known.
No, it was definitely AI.
And then her response back, which I was like, this is crazy to me. She's like, Taylor, I'm so sorry we were booked for the next few months, but
no, girl, you fell for this hard. This is not real.
Are you sure?
She's being like funny and posting that. Everyone's been posting that, like, hey, I just got engaged. Me and my fiance are looking for a photographer. And it's like, sure, Tay, I'll photograph your wedding. No. Like, sorry, Tay, we're all booked out.
Well, she had like freaking 12 million views on it.
Exactly why she posted it.
I sound like Brandon because he always is like, babe, did you hear that? And I'm like, that's fake. But I think that this one's real.
No, it's not. It's Taylor Swift. Do you think she's like out here DMing people on Instagram like me and my fiance? Someone else is booking this stuff for her.
No.
That would be dangerous for her to be like, this is me and my fiance are staying. And then it's like, great, Taylor and Travis are staying in one of my cabins.
Okay, now that's making more sense.
Okay. All right.
Okay, go.
The internet is annoying with AI these days, though. You really can't tell anything. I'll watch like a trailer to like the Friends sequel, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's happening finally. And I'm like, wow, that was all AI.
Oh wait, Matthew Perry's dead.
Yeah. So sad. Okay, I'll go next. I had this overwhelming feeling that I needed to take a pregnancy test, even though it was way too early and there was no reason. Sure enough, it was positive. That gut feeling is now my 4-year-old daughter. Just a mouthful of chocolate.
I ate a candy while I was waiting. I thought the story was going to be longer.
Here's the thing, though. I'm such a cynic because I'm like, yes, I bet you had a gut intuition. Was it more like something just felt off with your body? Or like you were late for your period?
For sure. It was something she couldn't... Sorry, girl. But it has to be something. Or it's like, oh, I'm a little late, or we had unprotected sex. Or what if I got pregnant on pre-cum? There's a thought. Mm-hmm. And then there's an action. It's not just like, do-do-do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what I'm saying is that people are like, oh, I'm shocked. But I'm like, are you? Because science works in an incredible way where you don't have a period. It's those people who didn't know they were pregnant and they're giving birth in like a bathroom stall. How do you not know that you've been carrying a baby for 9 months?
Those blow my freaking mind when it's like, oh, I pooped out my baby.
Literally
and you're just
like, show. I didn't know I was pregnant. I remember watching those as a kid, and it was just like the most obscure things where they're just like, and then like I look down and there's a baby in the toilet, and it's like, what?
Like, how?
That's
so crazy.
Maybe if you've been pregnant so many times, you could smell it from a mile away. Like, I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
Or the woman who claimed to know that they could feel that they got pregnant on conception.
Oh, that's harder for me to believe.
And it's very curious.
It's like, whoa.
I can feel
attached.
Because it does take 2 or 3 days for the egg to come down the fallopian tube and for the sperm to meet. So it's
most people don't know that though. Us, remember, we don't know our bodies.
So it's like I could like literally feel in my womb the baby being created, but it's
2 days later. Were you just
like,
chilling?
Do you understand how the human body works?
Okay, this one's so funny, and I just feel like there was a lot of these little funny ones, which I'm like, these homies are having humor over here.
Yes, give me some of those.
I told myself just 2 things. I don't need a cart. Next thing you know, I'm carrying 11 items, dropping my keys in the dairy section, and using my chin to hold a frozen bag of peas. I knew better. Always get the damn cart.
Facts.
Always.
Yeah. And it's always the times you get the cart at Target and you walk away with nothing because there's nothing good.
Yep.
But the times where you say, I don't need a cart because I'm just coming for one thing. Nope.
The last probably 4 years, I've locked in to just always get a cart.
Yeah. Because worst case, you just put the cart back.
Yeah. And there's
it's
like
easy to drag around.
And then you're always like, oh, where's the basket? Or you're searching for a random stray cart in the aisle. Mm-hmm. But there's still every once in a while where I don't grab a cart and I always regret it.
Yeah.
Always
get the damn cart. I agree with her.
Okay, I'll do another little one.
Okay, yeah, let's hear it.
My boyfriend's mom said her chihuahua was just shy, but I swear he looked me dead in the eyes and had a vendetta. I leaned down to pet him anyways, and he bit my eyelid. Yep, eyelid. 15 stitches later, I should have trusted the glare.
Oh, the chihuahua.
Chihuahua Ingy.
Probably named Bella.
No, te quiero Taco Bell.
What does that mean?
It's like,
in
I
Spanish?
love Taco Bell.
No. Oh my gosh.
Te quiero Taco Bell.
I used to say that all the time. Really Legally Blonde when Bruiser's watching the Taco Bell commercial and she's on the treadmill. It's like, no quiero Taco Bell. Oh,
I know.
That's so sad.
But did you see that other girl? Like a dog like bit her whole lip off.
Scared.
And then she had like no lip, and she's been getting reconstructive surgery. She's had 15 surgeries. She's a famous girl online now, and she got her arm grafted, and it's her whole lip now.
Oh my gosh, scary.
But the graft of her arm, it's like her lip now, but her arm had hair, and so now her lip has like hair.
Oh, bless her heart.
I know, but these dogs out here biting.
I'm scared of big dogs.
Dogs have energy, and I pick up on that real quick.
So you would have known to stay far away from that chihuahua.
I don't know, but I feel like I can assess the situation. I can tell they're anxious and angry because they don't know me and they're feeling weird, or I'm being standoffish so they want me more, but I can give them validation and they'll calm down. Or
You're a bit of a dog whisperer, as they'd say.
yeah, because I just had such a crazy dog growing up who had so many different energies, and he would just bark at strangers and like freak out. But if you would have just been like, "Hi, Snoopy, like I'm here, I love you, I'm safe," like you would calm down. And I just notice if people have more anxious energies, dogs pick up on that.
That's most dogs, where they just want to be acknowledged and then they'll go about their day. Okay, but do you feel like dogs and cats can sense energy when they're like, oh,
Yes.
my cat likes you? It never does that to anyone.
Yeah, cats, I don't know about cats. I don't like cats. Cats are weird and
I don't
gross.
fuck with cats.
Bye cats. Kitties, cute. But cats,
Yikes.
sorry, Tay, I don't understand the appeal.
I know, I don't get cat people. I really don't.
I just don't understand. Like, cats just seem so cold and bitchy.
Yeah. And they call dog bitches.
It's so lame.
It's so
But
lame.
cats definitely can pick up on energies, though. I feel like they're just snobby and too good for you.
But if they come and purr at your leg, then they're getting a good vibe.
I guess. But I feel like dogs are way more. If you're sketchy, dogs like pick up on that, I feel like. Or like anxious. Don't you feel like with Scout, if you're having a bad day, Scout will be extra sweet to you?
Oh, I feel like she's sensitive to my emotions. But as far as like if this guy was a serial killer and this old lady was a nice old lady, she just thinks the whole world is great and everyone loves her and wants to say hi to her type thing. But yeah, like if I'm crying, I'm not making a single sound, she'll find me. She can like sense the pheromones. It's weird.
Yeah, you know what is kind of weird too is babies can smell mom's pheromones.
Interesting.
I swear it's a thing.
Like in what way?
Sometimes I'll wake up in the night and I'm like, oh, I have to be extra quiet. And then the baby wakes up and it's like, do you know that I'm
Maybe that is.
a thing? Or it's like milk. I don't know what it is.
When me and Hayden start getting it on, Scout comes running.
Like she's like
She's like smell his boner or something. I'm serious.
no, that's weird.
It's weird. It's really weird. You can just give it a matter of seconds. And then it's like, okay, you gotta get her a bone so we can bone. You know?
That's good.
Sex life with kids, man. Just ain't what it used to be.
Oh, it's great. Okay, go tell me.
Okay. I ignored my gut about a roommate situation because I really wanted the cheap rent. Biggest mistake ever. She ended up being a nightmare. This goes back to what I'm talking about, like dating a guy I don't want to date. Or dating a guy I want to date, but I know I shouldn't. And it goes back to, oh, this roommate will probably be a nightmare, but it's fine because it's just cheap rent. You're taking the short term for the long term.
Yeah, it's almost like you just don't want to deal with like, discomfort in general up front, but it's so much easier to deal with that discomfort up front than in the long run.
Like on the back end. Yeah, it's so true. Okay, I'll read another one. Oh, this one's relatable. I ignored my gut and let a friend set me up on a blind date.
Sorry.
It ended up being the most awkward dinner of my life. I should have trusted myself and said no.
Did you submit that?
Maybe. No, I did not submit that, but I was like, girl, you telling me. You telling me, girl.
If you don't remember, I set Sammy up on a freaking blind date. He was like an hour late. He listened to a History Audible, tried to freaking kidnap her, brought his whole bed to one of his listings because he was a realtor, and we had to stay there forever. And he tried to cuddle with Sammy. It's longer than that. But
It's longer than that, but it's fine. Oh, okay. I have another one. I want to talk about this one too. I randomly felt like I should text an old friend I hadn't spoken to in years. Turns out she was going through something really hard that day and said my message made her feel less alone. So my question, my dad has this big theory about how he believes that my mom, who's passed away, can communicate through others. She might not be able to send us signs, but she can give others promptings to fulfill things for us, right? Do you think gut feelings are sometimes a prompting from the other side? Do you believe that?
I would love that to be real.
I know. Doesn't it sound so
Yeah.
cozy?
And it's like, why not?
So you would just love for that to be true. But you don't necessarily believe it.
No, I don't necessarily not. I'm so open to that and receptive to that. But I'm not like, I know.
Yeah.
What do you think? Are you more skeptical or are you similar to me? Just like, oh, that's sweet.
Skeptical but hopeful.
Yeah. Because I always think about people. Like, they'll pop into my head and I'm like, oh, I'm thinking about you. And then sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, I really needed that. What is that?
Yeah. Is that good timing or are they intuitive? Because, yeah, someone will text you at the right time and they're like, just thinking of you. And you're like, I needed that. But I've also tested it where I've been like down bad, get very low. Like, please, somebody, like, if anything's real, someone will reach out and no one does, you know?
And you're just like, cool, just dead and
like,
alone.
cool. Yeah. So I've tested the theory on the other side and it's not real. I don't know.
But maybe too, it's like your mom is like, no, I can't like give it to you when you're specifically asking it for it this way.
Okay, but see, those little fine print of the afterlife, I don't subscribe to either.
But maybe it's whatever's after this, it's not how our logical brains think. I think it's more of just a expounding universe, just endless abundance versus our temporal brains, where it's like you don't understand. Like what this is really about.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it, it's such a different perspective than your little human brain can even retain.
Yeah.
So even if you're logically like, no, I needed it now, how can you not understand that I needed that right now? It's like, no, because this is the...
Yeah, but then it's like when they've sent it before, they knew you needed it, you know?
But maybe it was just different. Who knows?
Nobody knows. So that's the thing.
It's kind of fun
it's just
to like think
those
about, I guess.
Yeah, like those gut feelings. I'm like, could it be someone working behind the scenes, you know, working through other people? That would be cool.
Okay, I'll go. The wedding was fully planned. Invites sent out. The dress was altered. Everyone had already booked their flights. From outside, it looked like a dream, but inside, I low-key felt so much panic I couldn't shake. Everyone told me that it was just cold feet, that I was nervous because it was such a big step. But it didn't feel like nerves. It felt like truth. I wasn't scared of marriage. I wasn't scared of even marrying him. Every time I imagined the actual life we would have, I felt heavy. Small things that used to be quirks suddenly felt like big red flags. I tried to push through it, but my body was screaming at me. 2 weeks before the wedding, I called it off. There was no cheating, no big betrayal, just a quiet knowing that I couldn't ignore anymore. It was the hardest, most awkward thing I've ever had to do, but I know it was the right choice for me.
So hard, but so brave. That's the opposite of taking the quick fix or the instant gratification and doing the hard thing to hopefully have a better life.
Exactly. And what I liked that she said was, it didn't feel like nerves, it felt like truth. And the fact that she knew the difference between those two is power.
Which means she knows herself, knows what she wants. And I'm sure whoever you are, your life is probably so good right now. Like, hopefully there was some conclusion to that. Of, I didn't go down this path so I could go down this other one. And I'm with who I'm meant to be with type thing.
Or just even you walk away knowing that wasn't right for me, but I know I'm walking into something better.
Like, I feel good about my decision, because you should feel good about your decision.
But even if you were able to make that humongous decision, it's almost like I called off my legit wedding 2 weeks before I can make any hard decision.
Yeah.
And I trust my gut.
Yeah, and it does build that trust with your gut for sure. Good for her.
I know.
You go, girl. Okay, this one's kind of similar to what you had, but I ignored my gut once in college when I had a bad feeling about walking home alone from a party. I told myself I was overreacting. On the way, I got followed by someone and it turned into a scary situation. I was fine in the end, but now I never ignore that inner voice when it comes to safety.
Ugh. Honestly, just never. Even if it's totally fine and the person was super nice and friendly and it wasn't a big deal, who cares? Because the off chance that it's not, it's worth it to run and look dumb.
Yeah, but at the same time, I watch so much Dateline, I could spiral 24/7. Those situations are scary. So it is true. Always practice safety. Trust your gut when it comes to that. Maybe don't walk home alone from a party. That's scary. But I'm sorry that happened to you. And I'm glad that you're okay. But I also think it's a learning lesson. Like, now you know.
Exactly. And you can kind of like warn other people too to follow those intuitions. So even sharing those stories, it's like, I do need to be more aware of my surroundings.
Yeah, you could literally save a life.
Exactly. I have kind of a creepy one too, like that. I was staying in a hotel alone for a work trip. I pressed the button to the elevators, the doors opened, and there was one guy inside. Something inside of me said no. I pretended to take a phone call and waited for the next one. The front desk later told me at checkout that a man was roaming the halls trying to follow women into their rooms.
Oh my gosh.
Freaky.
That is freaky. That is very freaky.
Way freaky.
Way freaky. That kind of crap does happen all the time. So same thing, you do have to practice that safety and be aware of your surroundings.
Okay, I feel like we need a funny one. Do you want to hear a funny one?
Yeah, let's end on that.
Okay. My friend was like, I used to cut hair in college, and something whispered inside me, don't. But I was bored and brave.
Bored and brave.
I was bored and brave, and I ended up looking like Lord Farquaad for 3 weeks.
Oh no, so her roommate cut her hair?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
And it reminded me of this story when I was in 8th grade. To my friend, it was when swoop bangs were everything, and I was like, I can totally cut swoop bangs. And I grabbed it and I cut it so short. It was like above the eyebrows. And I remember my face. I was like, and then she's like, what? Does it look bad? And I'm like, no. And she turned towards our friends. And behind her back, I was like, say it looks good. Say it looks good.
Oh no.
And then I had to cut a little piece on the other side. And I cut it so short. And it just looked awful.
Did she hate it?
Yeah, she hated it. But I wasn't super close friends with her. So I feel like she felt awkward. I can't rage at you right now. And then for a month, she just wore a bobby pin just straight back. And I was like, I'm sorry, girl.
Oh, sorry, girl.
And also, my friend Ellie, I cut her hair a zillion times, but she wouldn't care. And I did it awful. And I used to dye her hair. And I would just put bleach on her bangs and then crunch tinfoil over it. And I was like, good enough.
Oh my gosh.
Splotchy orange clown bangs.
Was down.
And she also had the thing called the turkey tail. Remember the crown of your head? You would cut it and you would like...
Yeah, no,
Karen 2.0 would cut that for her. She would let me do whatever I wanted to her hair.
Fun.
I know, but also I'm like, your parents were chill with that? We just did whatever we wanted. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Okay, I feel like there was, and honestly, guys, there's so many more.
There's so many good ones.
Okay, let's get into the forecast. Okay, so I learned something this week.
What?
Tell me. This, we might need to do a whole episode on this, honestly. So I was on Pinterest.
Okay.
And I was like, Pinterest? Why is it called Pinterest?
Oh.
Do you know why?
Yes, I do.
Tell me.
Because you pin your interests.
That blew my effing mind. I was like, you pin your interest. Mm-hmm. Pinterest. That is the smartest thing. And I feel so dumb for not knowing that.
I know. Why don't they make that their slogan? That was a creative name. But
it's not like...
Yeah. Like,
but did you just know that always? Or did you hear it once and you're like,
I think I heard it years ago. One of those, the more you know type thing.
So I don't feel like everyone knows that.
People are going to be like, what?
Yeah. Okay. So then I Googled a few others because I was like, wait, what about this? What about this? So I have them for you. Yeah. So I'm going to ask you like why, and then you tell me. Okay. Okay. When someone says break a leg in show business, why do they say that?
Because you're part of the cast.
Because, yeah, they hope you end up in a cast.
Oh, they hope you end up in the cast. Okay. Yeah, I knew it was something to do with the cast.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah. I didn't know any of these. Okay. Why is a TV show called a pilot?
Because it's taking off or something about air.
Yeah, because it's the first time it's on air. Like
TV. Okay.
Yeah. Love. Okay. This little piggy went to market. What does that mean? Like in that little song.
I just realized my whole world has come crashing down. I don't know, but it's not good, is it?
No, because the little piggy is going to get served as like bacon. It's going to market to be eaten.
But didn't this little piggy stay home?
Yeah. And this little piggy went wee 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 all the way home.
Like heaven? That's a very...
Horses.
Oh, because in a race, I'll hold your horses, like hold them back from racing.
No, it means to be stable. Because if you're like hold your horses, it means to be stable, but the horses need to stay in the stable. But the meaning of hold your horses is for someone to be stable.
It doesn't really make sense.
Okay. This one. Why do they call it sand? Like on the beach. Why is it called sand?
Okay,
so those are just a handful. I have so many more, but we'll save it for later.
Wow, don't tease us.
I didn't know any of those. Okay, my felt it is Brandon got me flowers this week. And I was just putting them into a vase and stuff. And I was like, you know what I really want to do? I really want to take like a floral class and get into that.
Ooh,
Where
that'd
would
be
I
fun.
go?
I think a lot of places have them. Or there's like, you could go to a floral design class, or I know there's a new place. I forget what it's called. I could send it to you, but it's like the press floral you could do.
Well, I don't want to do pressed floral. I just want to learn all about flowers. This is this, and this is when it's in season, and this is this flower, and this is this flower, and then let's make arrangements and make beautiful arrangements. There's this guy on Instagram. One, he's hot. Two, he makes these epic floral arrangements, and he just has a handful of flowers. Then he's like, boom, and then it's just this huge, beautiful floral arrangement. And I'm just like, that's what I want to do. I don't want these Costco flowers. I want to make my own beautiful arrangements.
I know the techniques with the tape on the vase and the keeping them alive, trimming the edges.
And my very first job was, you don't know?
The receptionist thing?
No, that's what Brandon said the other day too. I know, I was a florist.
Okay, so why do you need classes?
It wasn't like...
You were a florist in a past life?
Yeah, no, I was in 7th grade and it was dried floral arrangements. So we'd make these dried floral arrangements, but it was just basically like, okay, put these flowers here, put these flowers here at the end. But it wasn't like, this is a hydrangea and this is this flower and this is how you can place it and all the things, you know? But I think I want that to be my new passion.
Yeah, you should just try a class. Like, literally just Google floral arrangement classes. Guarantee they have them.
Yeah, and just learn all about that. And then my next leg will like be a gardener and have a beautiful garden.
Yeah, you can make a cut flower garden and then make your own arrangements.
That's what I want to do. But I hate wasps and bees. I love bees because they save our planet, but I don't want to get
stung.
Yes.
Cutting flowers.
Okay, my loved it. I mentioned this last episode, but Rooney's birthday party was the Goonies. And me and Brandon ended up watching it the other day. One, it's PG, but it's absolutely not a kid's movie. Like, my kids would be terrified.
Yeah.
It's scary.
It is. It's and dark.
And what's his name? Slug? Oh my gosh. Why can't I remember his name? Like the big, like, hey, you guys, that guy. He looks so scary.
Like the creepy guy in the dungeon thing?
Yes.
Yeah, he's so scary.
No, but I was like, I'm genuinely scared.
Yeah.
His costume and everything, his makeup, I was like, I'm scared. And then the first opening scene, it's like a fake suicide.
I know, it's kind of crazy that movie blew up so big. It's an iconic film.
I know, but I loved it. Watching it as an adult, I'm like, this is everything to me. Like, it's so good, and the set design is amazing. I was like, I can't believe that they made this when they did that. And what I learned is the pirate ship at the end, when they find the treasure, that was a real pirate ship that they built. And they told anyone in the cast and crew, they were like, anyone can have this pirate ship. You can literally have it, and no one wanted it. So they had to like break it down.
Oh, they should have kept it.
I know, but isn't that so classic that they were like, anyone, any takers?
I want to watch that now. I know, after seeing those posts, I was like, I want to watch the Goonies. It's been so long.
Really scratching it.
Where did you guys even start calling him Rooney Gooney? Who thought of that? Just rhymes?
Yeah, I think it just rhymed. Honestly, I think Lennox and Riggs started calling him the Goons. They just started calling him Goons.
Oh, okay.
And so then it was like Rooney Goonie, the Goons.
Was there anyone at your party who hadn't seen the Goonies?
I'm sure. Like, none of the kids had. But everyone knew what the Goonies was, so I'm guessing all the adults had seen it. But I hadn't watched it in probably 15 years. And do you know who Josh Brolin is? He's in a ton of stuff. He's like the teenager, the older brother. I think he's in Avengers. He's in a ton of stuff. It's very iconic, and Steven Spielberg wrote it. And so you just feel his essence.
Yeah.
Me and Brandon actually watched Jaws the other day, too.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we're trying to watch all these old films, but Jaws is not good, but I can appreciate the cinematography and the directing, but it's not good.
Not one that you want to rewatch. Oh my gosh. Looking at this freaking cast is terrifying.
I know.
It really is scary. I'm forgetting how scared I was. Like, this freaking chick.
The lady, yes.
She's terrifying. But this guy, Corey Feldman, he's on Dancing with the Stars this season.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But then the Chinese boy, like, he was in that.
The Chinese voice, so classic.
Yeah, he was in Indiana Jones. He did a movie 2 or 3 years ago called, like, Anywhere But Here. That one movie, it won a bunch of awards.
Oh, Anywhere, Everywhere, All at Once?
Yes, he was in that and won an Oscar.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, he won an Oscar for that. And
was
he was
he
like
the main guy in that?
Yeah, and it was his big comeback.
Oh my god.
And so now he's been in a ton of films since then. He was on a bunch of interviews that I listened to recently, and I loved his story. It's really interesting. And he said Steven Spielberg was super nice to him, and he has like really lovable stories about all these very iconic people. Like Harrison Ford, like all this stuff. I was like, wow.
What a time to be alive.
But all those kids in the Goonies, a lot of them are very iconic actors now.
Yeah.
But it's so funny that that was a kid's show because it's PG. They're all swearing. There's very mature topics in it.
I just think the rating scale used to be so different back then.
Which is so weird because even like 16 Candles,
PG doesn't exist anymore.
PG now is like Shrek. There's no G.
Yeah, I guess there's no G. But yeah, it's like PG, I guess, is only kids' films. But I don't think you would rate anything PG these days.
Yeah, especially an adult film.
Yeah.
Like, no.
So when will you let the kids watch it?
I don't know. Even my little cousin, no, I feel like he's 12 and he'd be fine.
Because a lot of those inappropriate things go over your head.
Exactly. But the literal opening scene is a guy hanging. It's fake. He's alive. But I just kept on telling Brandon, our kids cannot watch this. Yeah. But I feel like I watched it when I was little.
Oh, I did too. Seeing that stuff, I remember we would watch it all the time, but it was scary.
Yeah. It has beautiful writing. Okay, that's my forecast. What's yours?
Oh, what a fun week. Okay, this one thing that I've been loving that I actually realized we forgot to talk about was all the fall food and treats that we love. But I'm trying to peg what you like as far as fall treats because you're allergic to cinnamon. Fun fact about Chelsey. I made these cookies the other night. Oh, I made their brown butter pumpkin snickerdoodle cookies.
No.
They're so good. But I made them and then I made my niece watch all of We Were Liars. And then I watched the last episode with her and she was sobbing and she's like, why'd you do this to me? Everyone has to watch it. I'm still not over you not
I know. I think
it.
I'm just gonna watch it because everyone says it. Yeah, I'm going to.
Okay, but those cookies are so good. And then I've been making pumpkin protein waffles a couple times a week and I'm like, does Chelsey eat fall food?
Do you put cinnamon in that or do you just do pumpkin
puree? And then I have a pumpkin protein powder. Like the Clean Simple
because I wonder if I could make it because I make cottage cheese and eggs and oats. I wonder if I could add a little bit of pumpkin and not do cinnamon. I could do nutmeg. It's in the same family, but I'm not allergic to nutmeg.
But do you like fall flavors?
Yes, but it is sad because I make pumpkin cookies every year. I don't eat them. What am I talking about? Pumpkin pie is my favorite thing of all time, and the Costco one doesn't have cinnamon.
Really?
Pumpkin pie, and it's literally my favorite dessert ever. Which is so random because no one likes pumpkin pie.
I did not know that about you.
Oh my gosh, I'm making Brandon go buy me a Costco pumpkin pie like this week.
Do they even have them?
I don't know, but
I doubt they have them.
They're so cheap. They're like $7.
So you'll just keep one at your house and you'll just munch on it.
Oh yeah.
Ew.
Just cut a slice and then I just douse it in whipped cream just so much. Like it has to be all on top and then the sides it has to be covered in whipped cream.
What is happening? I feel so weird. I did not know that about you.
I know. I feel like that's a peek behind the curtains, I guess.
Yeah, well, as your best friend of 15 years, you'd think I would know that you love pumpkin pie.
I can up a pumpkin pie. I love it so much.
Okay, but are you a big fan of the Trader Joe's fall stuff? Like, what are your go-to fall things?
I love a hearty soup and like a bread bowl. I love carameled apples. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
I'm trying to think what else.
But the best caramel apple is the apple pie apple. That's
with
white chocolate and cinnamon sugar.
Oh no, toffee and Sir Walter candy, guys. Shout out! Use code Deepish and get 20% off.
Yeah, they have caramel apples.
Oh, and they have their toffee one, and it's so good. Like Rocky Mountain could never. It's so good. I make him bring me home one all the time.
But I just love the white chocolate and the cinnamon sugar. Do they make one of those?
Yeah.
That combination is really
I don't think I've ever had one of those.
Well, probably not because you're allergic to cinnamon.
Well, I stopped eating cinnamon like
is this like
8
a
years
gluten
ago.
Thing? Are you actually allergic to it?
Yeah, I'll break out in hives around my mouth if I eat it.
So it wouldn't kill you.
No, it wouldn't kill me, but you'll see a beard of red. And then my tongue gets swollen a little bit.
Yeah, see the pumpkin bagel with pumpkin cream cheese. Yum. Pumpkin spice latte. All the pumpkin. Give it to me.
Yeah, I love pumpkin pie. Hello.
Pumpkin pie shake. You ever get the pumpkin pie shakes?
Yeah, and I just need to be like, no cinnamon, por favor. Can we just give a quick shout out? If anyone's in Utah, you're going to have to wait a whole year. What am I thinking of? It's not fall. beginning of fall. It's at a local place. It's yummy. It's a dessert.
Peach shakes?
Yes.
Taco Amigo?
Yes. Fresh peach shakes from Taco Amigo. Everything.
Ugh, except for, I feel like they're kind of overrated.
I hate you.
Just taco. Here's the thing. Yum. Yummy, yum, yum. Love peaches.
Yummy.
I love a peach dessert.
Mm-hmm.
Taco Amigo's ice cream is just so milky. Once they mix in the peaches, you're slurping milk. I wish I
was
would
thicker.
love a thick shake.
You're Brandon. He loves a thick shake. But the taste of that with the chunky peaches
It's so good.
And it's just a real fresh peach shake. And we went the other day. We were down here because they only have them 2 weeks out of the year or something.
Yeah.
It's very limited. But in the past week, they had sold 9,000 fresh peach shakes. They have it on a board.
How much money they're making?
Oh,
Those
we
shakes are like $10.
No, we literally did the math and profit because Brandon's like, I guarantee even between the labor and the cost of all their materials and everything, it's maybe $2 per shake with everything.
Yeah.
So they're profiting $8. So I think even in that week they were making $70K or something like that.
Holy crap.
Profit on these peach shakes.
That's amazing.
Isn't that crazy?
That is amazing. Anyways, yeah, I've just been loving the fall food.
Yeah,
Like
that's great.
this time of year is great because then Trader Joe's releases their fall stuff, and then everywhere.
But you get sick of it. But then are you into like peppermint and Christmas time?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Well, you just peppermint and Christmas. What? I'm just a basic girl who loves
you just
seasonal
love
treats. No, but that's the thing. I won't even eat them that long. It's just once they're here, I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna go get a whatever, and then I won't have one for 2 months, and I'll be like, oh, I'll get one before it's Christmas.
It just makes it special. But I could eat a pumpkin pie every day, like a slice.
Yeah, but how did we do a full fall episode and we didn't even talk about food?
I know, it's crazy.
Do you like candy corn?
Hell no, sick. Do you?
No
one likes it, and if you do, you're weird.
I know. If you do, you need to venture out.
You're a literal
you were
robot.
deprived as a child because that chalky, like,
the texture is horrible. How are they still making it?
I know.
It's the Good and Plenty's. Your mom probably liked them.
I know. My mom probably did. She's a weird taste in candy. Okay. Felt/thought. I have been so stressed at work lately because my boss keeps calling my big four, but I have a bunch of big projects coming up at the end of the year and they're all falling around the same time. I just have to demo one tomorrow and I'm so nervous about it. But I've just been so stressed at work. But for work, I'm going to San Francisco next week.
Amazing.
For just a work conference, and I get to go to all my old stomping grounds. I'm so excited.
Yeah, because you nannied there for a year.
Like almost 2.
That's wild.
Yeah. So I'm going to go to all my old stomping grounds and just,
Go back with your nanny family.
I'm going to go hang out with them for a day and then just be on this work trip, which will be fun, like a different change of pace. But basically work's just been consuming my life. And I go through these cycles where I'm like, I love my job. And then I'll text him. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. It's very hard. Like, I'm not smart and it's really hard.
You're so smart. Don't ever say that about my best friend.
No.
But it's probably a lot of learning curve, very high stress.
Yeah.
Especially at certain points of the year. I feel like for the most part, you're just like, I got this, it's got this, but probably these big projects and everything, it's like, boom, like ton of stress all at once.
I'm trying to build these things and I'm like, I literally don't know what I'm doing and I have to go show people how this works and I'm going to blow my brains out. So that's been my main
identity
and thoughts. Yeah. But my did it is, hopefully this is the last did it of infertility consuming my life, but I did start prepping for my transfer. So I'm starting to take medications. I have to do these freaking shots.
The oil shots.
You guys, I have to do those for the first 11 weeks of my pregnancy if I get pregnant. They're this long. I'm not even kidding you. Because they have
the needle?
The needle. Because it has to
The needle.
It has to go into your muscle. And
no.
So Hayden has to do them in my butt. And they're this long. And so they just penetrate.
She's pulling up at least 5 inches.
It's freaking scary.
Oh my god.
So it's like best case scenario, I get pregnant, right? But then I have to do those for the first 11 weeks.
And they're probably just thick.
Yeah. And then you get sore and you get these knots in your hips and it's just a joke. So I feel like I was like, oh my gosh, we made it to the happiest part. It's going to be so easy from here. But I'm climbing up that mountain just like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Have you talked to anyone about the oil shots? Are they horrible? Sure, worse than the IVF shots, right?
Yeah, for sure worse than the stems. Most people say they're not as bad as you think, like the pain, but that the soreness is worse than you'd expect.
Well, yeah, because even just a normal
flu shot.
Yeah, my arm's sore for a week.
Yeah, but imagine doing that every single day.
Wait, you do have to do it every day for 11 weeks?
Every single day.
Every day?
Every morning.
I had to do the progesterone shots once a week for my whole pregnancy.
And how was that? Were they the same thing?
I don't think the needle was that big. Brandon gave them to me, but it was not freaking 5-inch needles.
Was it a muscular one?
Yeah,
was
like he had to do it in my bum. But they're only once a week.
No, this is every day.
So you just go left,
Rotate.
right, left, right. Oh my gosh. Ouch.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm just like, please, 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 please work. Please work.
It will. I have a gut feeling.
Do you? That it's going to work?
Yeah, I do.
Will you transfer that to me? Because that's the thing. I'm feeling so positive and stuff, but then you catch yourself being too hopeful and then you're like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Like, reel it in, homie.
Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at. But I'm like, okay.
You could literally be pregnant in the next month.
But our next forecast, I could be pregnant. Crazy.
I feel excited, sick to my stomach.
I know.
I kind of want to throw up with excitement.
I know. But I feel like I'm just dragging towards the end. Just like carry me the rest of the way. But
you can do it. You can do it. Yes.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
I was feeling that this morning where I was like, I don't think I can do this. I genuinely don't think I can.
You can feel that today.
But there's no way out but through.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like you got no choice, homie.
What if I just am like, nah, I don't want kids?
You're like, that's fine.
And take your embryos and shove it.
Oh, your 12 babies. You're like, mama.
Stop. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So anyways, that's my forecast.
You know what I'm so excited for? Your creepy ass alien looking babies.
I know. They're going to be so creepy.
You were so creepy as a baby, but then hit like 2.5, the cutest ever.
Oh my gosh. I need to show you this picture of Hayden.
But also Hayden's so cute too as a baby. So maybe like overcompensate for your alienness.
No, I need to show you this picture of Hayden.
Oh no, is he so rough? Your baby's going to be hella bald until
No,
2.
he looked like he was a Mexican baby. Like he had so much hair.
Oh, hair?
Yeah. But no,
you won't have, your baby won't
so
have
fat.
Hair. Fat? Oh, hell yeah.
The fattest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. No, I need to show you this picture.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I hope you have I don't feel like you will though. Like for some reason it's going to be a petite alien like.
It's going to be so skinny and scrawny and ugly. Yeah, I was a freaking...
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like both of you together, like your genes are going to make the most gorgeous human.
Okay, but do you feel like your kids got your guys' genes?
My kids are definitely like, my genes are heavy.
Yeah.
Like Lennox and Riggs are Moen kids, and then Rooney looks like Brandon.
Yeah, I know. Isn't it crazy that Lennox and Riggs look so much
Moens? Yeah, it's weird because you would assume these Mexican genes would be really thick.
Yeah, exactly.
Dark hair and dark eyes, but Lennox and Riggs both have hazel eyes, like my color. Rooney's the only one that has dark hair and brown eyes. Curly hair, if you guys haven't seen. He has curly hair. He's so fat.
He's so fat, huh?
That little girl can't even fit her arms around him.
That's his brother. I know, look at his fucking legs. He's so fat.
He's probably like 10 months right there, though.
I don't know. But our kids are gonna have the biggest eyes.
He literally has that haircut right now.
The skating ramp. No, there's this even funnier one. Wow, this is deja vu because I did this with my family the other day, but I was trying to find this picture. I'll send it to you. It's so funny.
But also your babies have this newborn look for the first 6 weeks. So they don't even look like themselves. And then their real look starts setting in. And you can tell when that newborn fades and their look starts setting in.
Yeah. And then they come into play.
But you know what's...
Like,
oh, you're cute. You're not ugly.
Why are you laughing then?
You're not ugly. I'm just picturing
you're not
this.
ugly, you ain't cute.
No, I'm picturing this one baby picture of you that's like, you were that one. You're so...
I was a preemie, okay? I was like 4
You were?
pounds. Yeah.
You were a preemie?
Mm-hmm. And I turned out fine.
How many weeks? I never knew this about you. I like pumpkin pie and you're a preemie.
I don't know how many weeks, but I was in the NICU.
I'm so curious.
I don't know. Let's call my mom and ask her.
Ring, ring, ring. 801 heaven.
Just kidding. Dad? He's like, I don't know. It was a couple of weeks or something.
Oh my gosh, you were in the NICU?
Yeah, I was so tiny. My mom said I could fit in my car seat sideways.
Lennox literally could fit in Brandon's hands like this. He was 4 pounds.
That's
like 4'2"
insane.
or something. He was literally 4'2".
Oh my gosh.
He was so tiny. And we got him this stuffed animal. He was maybe 8 inches. He was so tiny.
Oh my gosh.
And we have this little stuffed bear. We got him in the NICU and he still sleeps with it. And it's so small and they were the exact same size.
Oh my gosh, serious?
Yeah, it's so weird.
That's so cute.
Here's the thing though. You get this thing when you have your baby that you really do think your baby's the cutest baby. So I'm just telling you right now, even if your baby's funny looking, you will think your baby is the cutest thing on the planet.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm
that's
lying. Like even you as a creepy preemie, you were still cute.
That's the thing is I hope she looks just like me, you know?
Yeah, you're so beautiful.
Not even now. But it would be comforting to me if she were to look like me. And I could be like,
I do feel like your genes are going to be prominent though, for some reason. Yeah.
I feel like his will.
I don't think so. Especially with your little girl, for some reason, I'm like, she's going to be you. And she's going to be so blonde and tan.
Yeah, our kids will definitely be tan. That's one thing.
I think I might have a premonition with this too, though, because my niece, I envisioned her.
Really?
As a 4-year-old with like brown hair chopped to her shoulders and bangs. She has no hair right now, but she's starting to morph in my vision of her, like her face.
Interesting. Okay, so tell me more.
She's going to look very much like you, but be really tan like Hayden.
Mm-hmm.
The end. But I do think you're going to have a girl. You're not going to tell me what you're putting in, but I think it's going to be a girl.
Yeah. I know, it's so fun. We're not telling anyone, except for Hayden told one of his friends. And
What the
mad. I know.
Okay, then you have to tell me.
Sorry. No, but it's going to be the funnest to surprise you. He was like, my friends just never asked me how I'm feeling about it, so I was just excited to talk about it. I was like, oh, that's cute.
That is cute.
But that's one thing. I don't know how I should tell you, though.
Are you kidding me? You called me. You couldn't even handle it when we found out about the 12.
Yeah.
And you just ended up sending me the video, and I was sobbing.
I know, that was the best.
I was sobbing.
I know. 12? 12. I know.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So that's why Hayden's like, let's just keep it a secret. I'm like, I physically don't think I can.
You can always tell me, and it'll always be special no matter what.
So we'll see.
Okay, that was fun.
I know, that was a fun one.
I do think we need to do a part 2, though.
Yeah, I think so too. But don't forget to follow your gut.
Follow your gut to listen to this podcast. I think it's really telling you to hit the subscribe, leave us a review. I feel like your gut's telling you that.
Wow, I feel like you're really in tune with that.
I really think so.
It's like, as Jewel would say, follow your heart, your intuition. Mm-hmm. It will lead you in the right direction.
It will. Okay, love you guys.
Okay, love you. Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.